It's mid-July 2021. I've come from that direction to the right, Ambleside. So I've arrived up here. Weather is looking absolutely stunning. I was told it's about 26 degrees centigrade, absolute scorcher. I've just come up from Ambleside, not that far. Found myself an amazing view and a great wild camp spot. That's Lake Windermere in the distance. I'm going to be pitching up just here, and there's a stream, I don't know if you can hear, and there's a little pond over there as well, so I've got water without any problem. And I'm looking forward to this. 2 weeks out in the lakes doing a loop, and I'll see how things go, but this week the weather looks amazing, so should all be good. Well, it's 10:30 and it's a scorcher of a day. Earlier on, where are we going with this? Earlier on, as I was walking across some low meadows with a stream and pond, I came across a whole bunch of cyclists who kept coming across. There was a race going on. So for Sunday morning, everyone's being rather energetic, and I've been sweating buckets, so I'm drinking more than I would normally, and filling up more than I would. I'm only carrying 1 litre of water. There's lots of places to fill up from, so I don't need to carry excessive amounts. And I'm heading towards Coniston. This is Tarn How. As I was going past How's Tarn, I decided to take a dip and feel much more refreshed. Had a little to eat and drink and got some more water. And carry on with the rest of the pleasant day. This is the centre of Coniston, and to the right here you've got toilets and a car park. This is the real centre of the Coniston. There's a church there, a couple of pubs here left and right. You've got a co-op down there on the left, stream. Yeah. This is Lake Coniston. You can see there's a lot of people about. There's a car park and toilets over that way. And beautiful views all around. Down there is Coniston, and I'm making my way up to Old Man Coniston. Not quite all the way. A place called Low Water, I believe, on the left. Well, I've pitched up, as you can see, and this place is called Low Water. But it's a little bit breezy, and the pegs haven't really gone in at all, but hopefully it'll be fine. I don't think there's going to be anything drastic happening during the night. And then I'll be up that way, up to the top in the morning. Well, I've had a shave, full wash in the lake, and I've had something to eat. I'm just chilling out really, and it makes such a big difference that it's warm. If it was raining, my goodness, which is what it's normally like in the lakes, it'd be a completely different kettle of fish as it were. But here I can let the breeze dry my towels, and I can enjoy the view. That's where I stayed, Low Water. Behind over there is Level Waters, I believe. And this long thing here is Lake Coniston. It's already really hot. It's about 8 o'clock. I've reached the top of the Old Man of Coniston, 803 meters high. That there is Lake Coniston. This is an unusual view in that it's sunny and clear. Out there are wind turbines. I don't know if you can make them out. That's at sea. That there is the Old Man of Coniston, which is where I was. I've come down and across to here. I'm at Dow Crag. As you can see, there's a tarn down there, and about 778 meters high, and I'm going across along this crest. As I was coming down the path here, I found this. So I couldn't resist. Stripped off naked, went in, and then also had a cup as well. So give myself a good wash, and feeling a lot better for it. From the bottom of the valley, it looks obviously very different, much more lush. Now this is a little bit of road walking, but look at it, it's stunning. And practically no cars. Something I've been doing along my journey so far is actually filtering water. So this is what I'm using, the MSI Guardian, and anytime I want come across a stream or lake or whatever, I just use this. And I've not had to carry more than a litre, because eventually we will come across a stream anyway. Around there to the left is where I came from. As you can see, there's a pond, which means a wash, which I've already had, and drinking water. And I've pitched up. It's way early. The reason being I want to dry my gear. But this is a lesser used route. I've only come across one person here, and it's rather warm and sunny. Reminds me of Spain really. You could wash and dry your gear and then use it for the next day. Over the other side there is where I was pitched up for the night. As I was packing away this morning, I shook the tent and that made all the flies come out, which was an awful experience. I wish I had a head net. I did look for my head net before leaving for this journey, but I couldn't find it, so I just came without. This is Hard Knot Roman Fort, and to be quite honest, anywhere around here is going to be a better place to pitch up for the night. I'm making my way across this valley, and when I reach further on up and to the left, I shall be going up Scafell Pike. I came up from there. Looks deceptive. It was an uphill walk. I'm heading in that direction to the left, and this just looks astounding. This lowland area around here is called Great Moss, and that pointy thing in the middle is Scafell Pike. And that's the direction I came from. That's the direction I came from yesterday. Might look familiar. That's because I haven't actually gone up to Scafell Pike. I decided I'd go to the waterfall over there and just spend more time here. It was a long valley, bit of a slog to get here, and I thought, actually, what am I doing trying to get from one place to the other? Just enjoy what I can. The only problem are the bloody flies. As soon as I opened this up, it was like I'd collected all the flies from yesterday and they all erupted. They're an absolute menace, these bloody flies. Well, that was a relatively easy scramble, straight up a dry rocky face, and undid the waist belt, and then I'm going to be heading off in that direction. To the top right is Scafell Pike. Slap bang in the centre there you can see a metal container. It's got rescue written on it, so I'm assuming it's rescue equipment. I've come from way down the bottom there, and that was a nice slog up. Over here we've got a different valley. And that lake down there is West Water. That's the direction I came from. I'm at the top of Scafell Pike, 978 meters. Down in that direction is West Water.
Yeah, I think it is. You know what our route down is? Yeah, we go along there so we can get a few of those. Do we go back the way we came at first? And then...
That's Great Gable, which I'll be going up next. This is Styhead Tarn. Babe! That's the direction I've come from. Down below you've got Styhead Tarn. I'm on the top of Great Gable, 899 meters high. In that direction is Scafell Pike. That is Wastwater. Over there is Buttermere. Just coming down from Great Gable, and that was relatively steep. Little bit of a scramble, nothing too much. Heading in that direction. Many years ago, I was doing my first long distance walk. It was the coast to coast. Started at Robin Hood's Bay, finished at St. Bees. And as I was coming through the lakes, and I came across this view, I looked on the map. It was Buttermere. It was stunning then. It looks stunning now. I was pitched up over there next to the tarn. In this valley you've got Buttermere, and here you've got a bothy. That building on the right is just derelict. This here is usable. So as you can see, you could sleep in here. Not bad condition. Well, I came in that direction, further up, sharply to the right. And I'm heading over there. And in the distance is Keswick.
Audrey, a granny and Auntie Myra, so Audrey's Scafell, went walking with alpacas, and what was
In that direction is Keswick, which is where I got my chicken and chips. And this is Derwent Water. Today I'm staying at a campsite which is further on down the road just there, so not too far. Just to the right, out of shot, is a place called Booth, which is a large, fashionable, expensive supermarket. There's a co-op just to the left there, and to the right, which you can't see, is a chippy. So, all within a short distance. So this is my pitch, right next to Derwent Water, and this is the campsite that I'm staying at. £12 for the day. Great view. Since about 4:30 the geese have been making a racket and flying directly overhead. It's actually a lot quieter now. I've decided to stay an extra day in Keswick, so I'm staying at the campsite. But there's definitely been a temperature drop, which is a welcome relief. As I'm pitched up at the campsite at Derwent Water, which is just over there, I thought I might as well do one of the peaks of the big mountains nearby. I'm currently at a location called White Stones. I'm at the top of Skiddaw, which is 931 meters high. I'm at the top of a mountain called Little Man. And with me being here, Little Indian Man, I guess. Over down there is Skiddaw. That's Derwent Water. I'm heading up there, and I've come from down there. Down there is Roswaith, and I was wild camping at Derwent Water last night. So fairly easy yesterday, and reasonably easy today as well. Well, I'd spoken too soon. It was a little bit of an effort coming up, a bit warm. Anyway, I cooled off in a nice waterfall and I'm heading off up there. I believe just to the right of that crag. Well, I was wrong again. It was actually to the left of the crag. It was a relatively steep path coming up here. And I'm going to go over to the top of there and wild camp. It's meant to be relatively flat. Well, it's raining for the first time in a week and a half. It felt like I was in Spain originally because it was so hot and I could wash and dry things in no time. And now we've got some traditional British weather. I had planned to actually pitch up around here anyway, and as I was coming up, obviously I went in the waterfall as I came across just to cool off. That was quite nice. And as I was pitching up, it started to rain just before I put the last pegs in. And let's have a look outside. As you can see, there's a bit of rain, and that's not bad considering this is a mountain range in the UK. Well, what a difference a day makes. I'm sure there's a song there somewhere. Today, very different. Wearing full-on waterproofs Hasn't rained just yet because I've only just started walking, and everything feels completely different. It feels like normal UK weather. Cold, wet and windy. Yesterday, even though it was cloudy, it was still quite warm, and I opted to go into a waterfall. There's zero chance I'm going to be opting to go into a waterfall today. My hands are already cold. I've only just started walking. And they'll warm up in a minute or two. This is Grasmere. So this is around the centre of Grasmere. There's a little bit more to it, which I'll show you as well. This is Grasmere from the lakes. Well, this is the end of the journey, and I finished exactly where I started, and it's looking a bit more picturesque as it's not raining. It wasn't exactly the journey I had planned, but it was still a brilliant journey nonetheless. I just modified it as I went along.